Hi there, welcome back to Timberborn. I am Ribson. Things have gone nicely for us. So we've gone and go ahead and got the island set up here, which is looking really good. So this episode, I want to get the farmland running. So we're going to need, I'm going to call it the Spadadock paddy fields here. That's what I'm going to set there. That doesn't make sense. It's Spadadock fields? I know, you'll see what I mean. You know, like rice paddy fields. Yeah, it must be paddy fields. And then a canal linking all this area up. That's the plan that I want to do. And I like, we're going to probably make this a bit more tiered. I want to extend this area out here. That's the plan for today. So guys, if you enjoy the episode, please hit that thumbs up button, comment below. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. So first things first, we need to get rid of these trees. So we're going to need some access down to this area. We need a bit of this, a bit of that, which would be perfect. We're then going to want to put some stairs here and here. Yep, nice, nice. We're going to need to clear these. The reason being is we're going to be quite busy with the dirt at the moment. And I think, yeah, we will. So we're going to be very busy with the dirt. We're going to want to do it something like this, which should be good. Put that there. Yeah, and we could just fill this area up like so. As we're going to pull it all forward, and then we're going to take this height and pull it over the top of there and cover this up so we never see the water again. That is my current plan. Okay, there we go. Let's get that put in there. We'll get working on that. That's going to be good. Also, there's been an update, right? Oh, it's not happened yet. No, that's not the button. And I think, yeah, this is all flooded, look. So I am not sure what is flooded. I think it might be this block here. I think that's what it might be. I don't see how else that's getting in there. If we just lift down the terrain a little bit. I've paused it while we have a little look. If we look in here, the only block that I could think it could be, it can't be that. Is I'm looking through and I can only think, unless there's a surge of water, but the only block I think it could be is, I don't really see where the block could be. Could it be this bit here that's causing it to leak? It could be that there. Okay, if that's the case, let's put a little dam in here and, oh, we can't put you there. Okay, let's put you in there and make that a priority, because this is going to really hurt us. It's going to kill all our beavers if this doesn't do. And then I'm not sure what else it could be in here, unless there's a surge, right? When this comes through, is this surging over the sides? Do we need to build this out a little bit? That's what it could well be. And then we've got this bit here, which is where it's coming in. Oh, and then it fills up there, and then it comes into this bit. I feel like there might be a surge happening. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But this definitely looks like a culprit here. So what I am gonna do is we're gonna rebuild this section here, and we'll just put in this chap there. As I want to make sure, well, somehow, some reason we need to make sure it's waterproof, because you used to be able to block them off with diagonal blocks, but it is not the case anymore. Okay, so we want to make this a priority one as well. Go. Cool, that'll be good. I think that's looking, we'll check this and make sure and see if that is what is causing it. Because if it isn't that, then I will watch this for when the water next comes through, because we've just hit a bad tide. So we're not going to have water in here for a little while, are we? No, we're not. Then does that mean you're doing the same thing over here? Oh, you haven't yet. Okay. So the diagonals do work then. Oh, it isn't the diagonal. There must be a water surge coming from somewhere. That's good to know. I need to keep an eye. Oh, wait. Is it when? Okay. We're gonna. I think there's a water surge. Let's plan for the water surge then. Okay. Well then, let's do that by. We need another way across here, which will be this way. Once we have this sorted, this built there. Okay. And then I'm gonna lift these walls higher, I think. Things are going pretty good at this area. We are doing pretty good with the terraform, but you can see the level that we're going for. I'm gonna push this out around here as well. There is a bit of action we need to do in here, but I think what we could do is we just plan a little bit of this. I'm not sure how high I want to take this yet. What we do need to do is we need to put in, or on the floor at least, at the very least, an impermeable floor. That's 200 science. We've got 39,000 science. So I am not, or we have no reason to be worried about science in any way, shape or form. We've got it all. It's just as and when we need the equipment. I'm not just going to unlock everything. We're unclocked as we need. We're not going to do bots. So we won't be using bots at all in this playthrough. So what we need to do is completely cover the floor in impenetrable floors. Oh wow, I really struggled to get that word out then. Impenetrable floors, and this should hopefully prevent us from filling the farm area up with the damage that this stuff causes here. I think if it keeps it low, this stuff is all dry. This layer's dry, so we do want to fill that out, but that is fine. And then that then leads us quite nicely into the next stage, which is we're going to need to cover this area over, still have water go underneath of it. So I'm thinking we just chuck in some of the old platforms and we fill this area up like so. This would be quite nice. I'm just going to put a penetrable floor just down here. Lovely. Maybe we might need to do it here as well, but we can at least we can start to get this set up, and then once it's there, there's going to be a bit of terraforming that we're going to need to do, but we're almost there. And so well, there's a lot of terraforming, a bit of terraforming, and then we pull this like that. We want to lift this layer up as well. Actually, we can take it all to the same height now, can't we? And then we can put the impenetrable floor in, and then because they'll be able to save it, I think. Oh, that was a bit of a lag spike. Yeah, and then when we've done that, they will come along and just put the floor down underneath. I'm going to have to wait for this area to be cleared before I do that, this area here. But that isn't a problem. So what's happening now, right? Water should be coming through. Not quite yet. I also think I've come to a bit of a solution. That's good. Yeah, that's going to be fine. We'll leave that to do that. You get an idea of what we're going to do. I'm going to pull this land out. We need to get that built. I think I've figured out what was going on here, and I just need to prove it. I think what was happening is the water was coming over the top, but it wasn't just coming through these. We might need to change these out for sluices, but I think we'll just double check on that first before we do that. So let's just get the water coming through, or it could be that the water's coming through and it's not able to escape this area quick enough, filling up here and backfilling this way. Either or, it'd be good to hunt this down so we know what is happening. Okay, so we've got the water flowing now. It's not flowing into the city. That flows down there quite nicely. I like that. I like how that looks. Okay, we're going to keep that. That'd be cool. That's going to flow into there. That'll make the city look nice. We can also get a little bridge across here so the beavers can run over the top too. That will look nice. So this isn't the cause of the problem, it doesn't appear like. This is still emptying quick enough, I think. Let's just make sure we've got good speed. It's not filling up, is it? Don't think it is. So yeah, so this isn't the problem. So that must mean the problem must be back down here. We do that with this chap. When we're filling up here, we're not able to put the water through, which is telling me we need to put an emergency exit over here. Okay, well, let's do that then, so that we've got an emergency overfill here. I think I probably mentioned this and we didn't do it. So let's put 3 dams in there. Yeah, that's going to be good. We'll make that a priority. It will mean that we won't fill the other area up for the moment, but we've got beavers over here to come along and do the business. Now they can go through our tunnel. So hopefully this should clear up the problem. That's what I think it is. Yeah, I definitely think it was that. Looking at this now, how the water's flowing over there and still not quite coming in here, I definitely think that was the problem. This was overflowing. Yeah, and we weren't getting enough water out. So hopefully once we got these dams in, we should resolve that issue, I'm hoping. And just let water come through here. So we could probably put more dams, but I think it's probably related down to this area here. But I do have plans to continue the river down through here as well. Like we're going to have one flowing river, and then I'm not sure where I want to inject it off the map yet, but we've got a massive area to populate, so there's plenty of work for us to be doing. So let's come back over to the food area, but after that little distraction. So I've just been looking at this, and I've been thinking, like, what do I want to do with this area here? And I think I should use it. I'm in two minds, right? I'm not sure if it's cheaper to put the double platforms and then put some metal in there, or to fill it up with dirt. I'm leaning towards dirt. It's a bit of an easier process. So I'm going to fill this whole area in, I think, with dirt, which will be something like this. And then we're going to get it to the right height level, because that's the height I want. And then once we've got it to there, the beavers should come along. Yeah, like that. Something like this would be perfect. The reason I'm doing that is I don't then have to put an impenetrable layer on it. We could have done with all of it, but I do want an area that water can escape. I think that should be enough. Oh look, we're clearing the area. Our beavers are loving it. This is kind of what I'm doing. We're just moving stuff around, getting it out, and the beavers are in no time we're going to have this open for business, I reckon. So while we are building that, I think the next thing I want to turn my attention to is how we're going to move the water around in this area, right? So we're going to need a canal, and it's only 1 block wide is what I'm going to do it. I know that might lead to more evaporation, but I kind of like that size. So we need to plan the correct canal and where we're going to do that. The canal is going to run I think, if we put some dirt blocks like this. This is the direction the canal is going to run in, right? So this is going to be the channel to the right of the path. So it's going to come through here. So we just need to... Is that the right depth? That is the right depth. We're going to have to like build this whole area up. And what it's going to come to is to this section here, which is going to be the Spadadoc paddy fields, as I like to call it. And we're going to build it out and we're going to drop it down one block until we get to the water height down here. And then we can grow Spadadoc here, use it, and then use some mechanical pumps to put it over the top. And I think that'll be pretty cool. But again, of course, there's more terraforming to be done. We have embarked on the terraforming mission. This map will be whatever we want it to be. If we don't like it, we'll make it the way we like, which is what I like in this actually. So what I'm going to need to do then, so we know this is the channel inlet, and this is going to be the max height up here. I'm not going to take it any higher. I think I was tempted to build it really high, but let's use the actual height of the map, right? So we're going to want to bring this down. Well, I'm going to want to level this whole thing basically and take it as deep as we can. What we can do actually is we could get the we can get the level 3 blower uppers, can't we? Yes, let's do that. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these all down to the same level, and this is going to be perfect. And then we're going to start lowering it down, and eventually what we should have is this all down really deep. I'm bringing the whole level of this down, but I just want to get the rice fields in first, and then we can just continue to blow up this stuff as we go along. I think that'd be quite cool. I will, kind of how I envisioned it is we could build layers of dirt in here to grow the Spadadoc on and have water under it so we don't lose the volume of this too much. Oh, no, that's our canal finally being dug out. This is going to look sick when it's finished. And this is, hopefully this is going to irrigate a large area. We may need to expand and extend on it, but I think that's all going to be fun and games in the grand scheme of things. Let's speed this up a little bit. Watch the explosions. So we should have blown out a nice big deep hole. Yep, we have. It's only 3 deep. We can go a little bit deeper if we need to, I guess. Look at it go. We'll get that mined out. Perfect. So this leads us into, this is getting us coming along quite nicely. There's still a bit more work for us to do, but it's coming good. What I want to do now is we need to plan this area here. You see, like this is going to fill up with water. They are building we could scroll down and have a look. They are building the protection quite nicely here. Look, well, I say they're building it. It's coming along at an okay pace. There's a bit up here being built. They're building it where we need it, so that should be that's what we want. I was hoping to build it quicker than that, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to have to leave a little bit of access underground for the beavers, but that's not too much of a problem. So what I want to do is, I'm just looking around, is I want to start bringing the dirt forward and planning a bit more on the paddy fields, as that's going to be some food coming in for us as well. I think we need to get some food done before we pull the beavers into the area. What I want to do is lift this up to this level with these chaps, but we do it like this, look. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. Like that. Yes, 1,000 points. We'll spend it. Good. And then we can come along with some more of these, as I want to have the bad water flow under here. And when the bad water flows under here, it'll be nice because it would just keep, you know, that's the system we've built. Yeah. And that'll be good. And then we can come, we're going to have all this area here. It'll be so much. We could keep these. I'm like toying with the idea of keeping these stairs in there, but there's no need to. I don't think. No, these ones can go. And then we can come back with some of this action. Yeah, and that would be good. Like this. And, oh, okay. No, we did need the stairs because there's a tree there. Okay. Right, well, we'll put those back. They were needed. I thought I'd marked all these to be destroyed. I guess I haven't. Yeah, I know. I'm destroying trees. That's where we are. That's where we are. We're that rich. You're a priority. I'll put stairs back in here like so. We'll make you priority as well. Nice. Cool, so they'll continue building these stairs, and then we just fill in the gaps once they're done. That'll go nicely on here. I want to do something similar in this section here. I built these so we could get under it built, as they weren't building under. So I think we could, or we're still going to have to do something like this. Can I not put them? Yeah, it's because I can't put something right on the end of these, but that's not a problem. We could actually save on a little bit of metal, fill this out, get a 1 spacer, is that right? Yeah, and we put them there like that. And then that'll be that done. Okay, good. And then we can pull this all the way over here. You see how this is going? It'll be perfect. I'm excited to see all this here area that we're claiming back. Another little level of farming, which is just going to help us so much. where the farming area is going to come up. I will expand this out the back here a little bit because I want this to kind of flow around here and meet up with this section, and then we could do the same over here and have a nice little, make it look like almost like terraforming shelves. I think that'd be quite nice. That is good. So then if we come back over to this section here, you see what I've got planned. We need to dig this all the way down. Once this is down to the level I want it, I think we can put in, or we should be able to put in the paddy field. I at least want to get that finished today. Production is like, I say production. Well, yeah, production on our explosive has stalled. And that's because we are in a wet season and no wind. So I think I will, at some stage, we're going to have a power battery source over here just to keep this area running. But for the moment, I want to increase a couple of things, right? One of them is going to be our explosives production. Now, we've already got a good amount of space here to stick in another factory, like, no, well, the explosive factory, here it is, another factory like so, and then that's pretty much ready to go. We could do a little bit of that action, couldn't we? Nope, I'm going to do that. We're going to keep the same. We'll pop you in there, and that'll be good. Then we obviously we need a little bit of explosives just here, which should be nice, and then we can build the road out there, and this will turn on once we have this dug out. But what I really want to do is, I'm thinking here, we need to get some more wind power in this area, at least, or a battery. Good point, because look, we've only got 15% power input with this wind turbine. I'm calling it a wind turbine, it's actually a windmill. So we need to increase our power there. So then let's plan that a little bit. So I think we're definitely going to want to have like a few on here. I think that'd be quite cool, just to cover this area like so. Like this, will you let me put one there? That would be a good spot for one, but you need to come up one block higher. Okay, that's not a problem. So we'll do that. We'll put this chap there, and we will put you at one block higher on here, like this. Good. Oh, no, I'll keep right-clicking instead of left-clicking. So we'll put you there. That'll be perfect. Then we just need to connect them together. But I think we'll run the power straight down. And then we'll make, what are these? A solid power shaft. What's the difference of this? Where have, wait, where have all my power shafts gone? Are they in a different blocks now? Perhaps others can be built on top of it, or... Oh. Been a mod update, and this may have broke our power shafts. Interesting. Oh, that is such a cool update. That is such a cool update. If you look here, this has got to be my new favourite thing. When you place down your power shafts, if I go back to power, so when you place down your power shafts, I'll put one there, put one here. You see how it's automatically changed to go up? And then I'll put one there, it automatically changes to go in the side. So it just knows the way to go. That is so cool. I am very happy with that. That makes life a lot easier. I'm impressed. Right, and we're going to want to, I'm going to get rid of these because there's still a bit of work that we need to do over here. Will you delete or no? What I want, oh, I can't delete things because of the things on top of it. Okay, all right, I understand, but I could build. Okay, that's a little bit we could look at then. But what I'm thinking is, I just wanted to show that off. I really like that. What we need to do is just plan where we're going to put this a little bit. We need more explosive. Explosives are on the menu today. And we're going to go like this. Because I'm going to bury it under. Just dig this whole area out, couldn't we? Yeah, we should definitely do that. Okay. Well, we're going to do that. We're going to get this whole area blown up. And that will... You'll come out as well because you're going to want to go down. And this is where we're going to run the power into. But what I will temporarily put in then is a little stairs here. And then we can get this area cleared up, get a bit more power into here when the wind's blowing. And then these are going to go, but not quite yet. As we will have batteries up here, I think, as well. There's a nice little cliff edge here. We could drop them off. Or we could do that on here. But I don't know how we'd link the power up there. Lots for us to think about. We have finally closed this area off. I've started to get a bit of a line coming along. It's looking quite nice. I like how it's looking. I'm going to extend this a little bit as I think it just looks a bit natural. This line, this flat line here looks very, very sort of artificial, which it is because I built it. So what I'm going to follow, like kind of this line like this, I think is a good way to do that. And probably we'll just mimic what was there before, and it will just make it look hopefully a little bit more a little bit more, like, what the words are failing me, a little bit more natural. Then like that, then this can come out this way. Like, I do need to do something about this tree down there. I don't know how we're going to get rid of that. I may have to just blow a hole up in it. We have to just blow a hole in here to get that down. But that should be good. Also, we can kind of see how this irrigation is going to work now. There's we're working on the far side, slowly coming through this. As this once this is made, I would like to give this a test. We've hit a roadblock on this as well. We need more extract. It is coming. It's just at the moment we're in a bad tide and power's all being used. So, like, yeah, we're just power issues. You can see 60% power. So we are making the extract. It just takes a little bit of time. So we'll let them plod along with that. That's fine. I think we can keep terraforming and just expanding our land here is going to be a good way for us. And then we're probably going to need, I can already see, we're going to need to take some water. We're going to have to take a channel out of here and bring that across to this area. But I don't know how we're going to do. Come across the... Oh, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? How we're going to do this. Maybe we'll just drop water into it. We'll have a look. We are close now to actually being able to test the irrigation system. It's finally getting there. It's been a little bit of a work. You can see here how I've started to form the land. I think it's going to come out quite nicely. Then we're going to come in and come around like this. I was going to try and make this a nice big circle. Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But the bridges won't reach across, so we might just have that natural little island here. I think that looks quite nice. But while they're doing this, I want to prepare the next stage, right? And I'm going to chuck some water in here because I just want to see if this is actually going to do what I think it will do. We're going to put two of these chaps down, and then we can throw the water in there and just get this constructed while they're doing it. Oh, actually, we will. Yeah, they can do it. I think we should be actually. We make these a less of a priority, right? And they'll do them afterwards. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, and then we can flood this. Then we can see how this is going, and then we can plan the next stage. Oh yeah, TNT is always fun, isn't it? Boom! There we go. That's cleared out that stage. So, and we're going to have to plan like our way around this as well. I think it's going to be a good way. Like, I mean, by our way around it, I think there's going to be another one needed in this area. Looking at it, maybe over here. But this is going to be. I've been looking at this long enough. I think like I'm going to do it in layers. So I'm thinking this layer is going to be carrots. Then we're going to have potatoes, and then we're going to have a big wheat field up here. And this is like it's going to be a massive. We're going to get a lot of food out of this. So this could really going to help us. Right, so we've got it pretty much filled now, and I think we can see that we've got a massive dry spot just here. It's looking really good. I'm actually impressed we got that much done. So we've got a dry patch here, and then we've got another one in this area as well. So we may, or maybe when we get that a bit fuller, it might ingress over here. So I might use a little section here to make into another one, which we'll just manually fill up. I think might be fine, or we can pump it in over the side there. So let's just set this up. So now if we put in another one, let's say like here's going to be perfect. Okay, so we can have a channel like this, and we'll just pull off from this section, which I think would be great. And then we can use that. The next thing we're going to want to do is we want to know like where we can put our farmhouses. So, like we're going to want to get full coverage here, and I quite like the idea. So what I'm thinking with the dams, right? It's probably a good idea if we do this now. Actually, is what I've made them the perfect height to have these guys in them, and then we can put a farmhouse on top of all these dams. Now I don't expect that's not finished yet. Let's blow some stuff up. I expect, or do I expect? No, I don't expect one farmhouse to be enough. They're going to have to overlap. We're going to have some extra ones as well. They will definitely come in handy. Yeah, we will have some extra ones, I think, because just they won't overlap enough is how I'm saying it. Right, sorry. I just had to fill that gap. No, we don't want the aquatic yet. So we put this chap here, he'll get this section. Put you there. You'll get over here as well. And then what I'm also going to do inside these is I want to put in some of this. So we'll use this as we'll kind of make that our main walkways, then we'll just go around the farmhouses. Then we're not wasting too much farmland, which I think will be fine. So we'll come around like this. That's how I see it. And then we can we build stairs backing up to this? Because that would be pretty cool if we could. Maybe we can. Let's have a look. If we can, that would be... No, we can't. Oh, that's a shame. But we can put another one there, can't we? Oh, yeah, perfect. Cool. Oh, but I want to see them. Then we won't do that there. We could just, well, maybe we keep the levels completely separate. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. And we come in from like down here and we come across. But this is what I want to do at the top. Like, ideas are coming thick and fast. So yeah, we'll fill this in. And this gives us something decent to do. And we've got another little farm house there that we can put in. And this will give us a nice path all the way around and not taking up farmland, which I think would be perfect. This is definitely coming along quite nicely. I am happy with how this has turned out now that I see it. The interesting part's going to be when we get the paddy docks over here completed, but I just need these. It was a mistake placing these, but I'm seeing it through. Once we get those put in, it'll be terrific. We'll be able to use that. But I think what we can say is we've now got the irrigation system set up and ready to go. We can also, if we wanted to, do we want to? I think we could always farm along here, but I don't think we want to. So we want to put another farmyard on this area as well. Yep, which will be in, I think like that. Perfect. There we go. Cool. So that gives us 3 farms, right? This area is covered. We then need to cover down here. 1 farm there isn't going to be enough. So we're probably going to want to squeeze in a farm here, I think, will be quite nicely. I know that might not be giving it the best coverage, but I want them to overlap a little bit. Yeah, that would be good. But you will do a few, if I do that, oh, you get loads there. But so when I put you here, you'll get all of that. Yeah. Okay, it's in. Because and this is just, I mean, it's going to use up quite a big, it's going to require quite a big workforce to do this. But this chap now, oh, sorry. This chap here now gets all of this. Yeah, perfect. There'll be another one there. You'll get all of this section, and then we'll get a couple down here. And this is going to grow to be like, huge, because we're going to want to put potatoes down here. This is all going to be potatoes. This whole section. This next section up here, this will all be wheat when we have the farmhouses built. I mean, look at that. That's going to be perfect. Up here will be wheat as well. We take that corner there. We can go like this. This wheat field is going to be huge. We could do something like this. We could probably come down here quite a while. And now we're sort of seeing the scale of the farming industry we're setting up. This is going to be perfect. And we can keep it pretty well hydrated. So on that note, guys, I'm going to get this dug out, this planted, everything. Oh, we need to put the carrots down. Everything else sorted before the start of the next episode. Because what I would really like to finish is, would be to get the Spadadoc farm over here set up, which will tie in nicely. And then we've got this massive food industry centered around the beaver population we're going to put here. So join us next time where we're actually going to build the beaver population. Now we have the farm area set up. We've got all this arable land. We are deep into agriculture. We are going to. It's going to be interesting to see how much food we can produce by this, guys. But if you enjoyed the episode, as always, hit that thumbs up button, comment below. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you soon. All right, guys, take care. Ciao.